Right, we've eventually got to Mule. And oh my, it's bloody hot.
It's too hot. It's far too hot.
But it's weirdly, and it's ironic as well, that we've come here to get our roof rack extended. I'll show you why. We've got an aircon unit to fit, and it's time to go up there. So, Mule, we spoke to the guys at Mule, and they have recommended that we fit 2 of these panels in, which are longer than the ones that are in our van now. So they are going to be the panels that go up there. So the ones that we've got there, they're going to powder coaters today. They're going to go from there, and they're going to come back to round about just on the edge of the van there, giving us enough room to get the aircon unit on. Now, the problem, which is not a problem, is more of a nightmare. They're going off to powder coaters, and we're now going back to Liverpool
to pick up the aircon unit.
To then come back
to Mule
to fit it all. So let's go from Slumber on the Humber to Mule to Liverpool,
back to Mule,
and hopefully I'll have an aircon unit in by this time tomorrow. It's going to be a quick turnaround, it's going to be a bit of a rush, but the good thing about it is we've got Robert.
Robert who?
Archie's dad.
Oh, Rob.
Yeah, Rob can help us with the because the awning's got to come off, and then we've got to fit the new plates in.
Oh, for crying out crackers.
Yeah, and I guarantee you Sean and Kev will get involved as well, so there's probably going to be murder at some points, but we'll just go with the flow.
Let's get to Liverpool and get the aircon unit.
Just like that, we're back at Mule with one aircon unit. Right, we've got to get this on there, but there's a lot of work to do before we actually get that on there because things need adapting. So our Maxxair fan is there. The air conditioning unit will go in the same size hole as the Maxxair fan, but it's going to stick out to about there. Now obviously the roof rack is in the way. The beauty about the Mule roof rack is these sections, as you can see, they're joined there. So we've got 2 sections to go in right there and right along that side there, which are for the extra long wheelbase crafter. Ours is the long wheelbase, but the extra long wheelbase is about that much longer on the roof rack, which will push this part of the back to about right there. So this section here is going to come all the way back to about there, and then that'll give us enough room to get the aircon unit in and fit it perfect. Now also something else I'm going to do, this bottom piece here for the Maxxair fan, I'm going to leave this in. I'm going to take the 2 screws out there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this piece flat. So cut this bit flat, or I might even leave it in. I'll see what happens when we take the actual fan out. Then I'm going to mount the aircon on top of this, because it does come with a seal, and I want the seal to sit on top of here because it's nice and flat, as you can see. So we've got a lot of work to do, and a lot of things to undo, replace and stuff like that. It's not really a hard job, it's just a case of undoing stuff and yeah, getting it all up there. And then while I'm doing that, this lot, well, they're fitting a wheel carrier to one of these brand new Grand Californias. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Are they new? Ooh, a mini box. So a box.
If you say that, you have to mini.
Morning.
Good morning, and no, you're not having one.
Don't want one, because it's just me. I'll just end up putting too much shite in it.
Yeah. You would. Do you want some breakfast?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll go make you some breakfast.
Then we can do stuff.
Yes. Before he gets up on that roof and starts dismantling stuff, I'm going to make him some breakfast. We used to go away a lot in the T4 before we got Eva, and we did Eva up. One of the staples that we used to have, and we haven't had it since then, eggy bread. How many of you out there used to have eggy bread whenever you went camping or Girl Guides or Scouts or anything like that? It was like an old core staple, but you don't hear of it that much more. But just a classic, innit? So I've got that in the pan with a bit of butter. I mean, I could have done French toast, but that's adding sugar and cinnamon. into the mix as well, and that's just a bit too sweet for first thing in the morning while you're supposed to be being semi-healthy. So he's getting salad for his dinner. There you go.
Well, I've got a busy day. Don't think the blood pressure will like this, but I'm going to need some of that energy in me, aren't I? Ooh. You know what else I need? You need to do me a holy. Yeah, you'll need one of them. If you've got one of them, you need one of them now. Go on top. Rob had went and done a rain dance earlier on and made it rain. And we're meant to be having a heat wave this week. Should be 30 degrees now. One reason why we're fitting the aircon. Because last time we were down at the Rooks and it was absolutely sweltering, we could barely cope. Right, we've been waiting for the rain to go off all day, so we decided let's bring it inside the unit. The minute we do, it stops raining. So this side is already done, and you can see the mule rack is extended to the back. So that gives us enough room to get the aircon in. We've still got to put the back plate on, but we now need to do the other side, which is the complicated side, because the awning's on there. Awning's got to come off, so let's get that off and extend this side. Then we can do the aircon. So awning's coming off, so we're going to rest the awning on top of here, which seems to be a sensible job. So we'll just take this down and put it somewhere else, whereas we can just put it on here. Yeah, you have to clip the bottom out. And that's that off. Right, so it's this section that's coming out. As you can see, they are bolted there and it goes to there. So that section will come off and then it will get moved along. So this awning clamp can stay on. Thank you, Robert. And then that awning clamp there, that's Archie's. That awning clamp there, we'll negotiate that in a bit once we get this off. I hate it when nuts get stuck. Right, everything's undone. Just need to cut things now. I know. This has caught both of us out now. No. Rob's currently struggling with his nuts.
So getting that panel out was nice and easy, just bolted down to the uni struts, which has allowed us to get the next panel out, then put the new panel in, which would extend the whole thing, then put the back panel in, and job's a good one. Then it was just a case of putting the awning back onto the side of it, which we're doing here, and then that was it, the sides were fully extended.
Right, now we've got a job for Emma.
What else we have?
Go and get in the bedroom. Not that type of channel.
Ow! Ow!
Right, so the inside of the Maxxair, the inside of the Maxxair fan is out. Now we've just got to undo from the top, lift it out, cut the cables, and then we've got a hole. Now, let's go on to the actual aircon unit. You get an inside cover, you get a top piece, which is the foam that basically seals it to the roof. You get all your electrics, you get the full mounting kit there, which is not really a great deal, and then you get these sponges which sit on the corners of the aircon unit to touch your roof. You also get controls, cable ties, and a few other bits and bobs. Your cables are double fused either end. We're probably going to change them for our own fuses, but for now we're just going to get it in and get it going. Right, on the roof, get the Maxxair fan out and then go from there, because we might be doing something a little bit different. But let's get the Maxxair fan out and then we'll see. Right, now the hole for your Maxxair fan is 400 by 400. Now this hole for the aircon unit is 400 by 400. As you can see, it's the same size. So, I think, get the Maxxair fan out, but leave this base in, and then get the multi-tool and cut this all level. So, we're not disturbing any of the seal around the edge.
Now, getting the Maxxair fan out was really simple. The good thing about these fans is that you have the inside cowling piece that it all attaches to, and then it's literally 2 screws either side, and the whole thing lifts out. And then obviously inside you have your electrics. We just decided to cut them and make them safe. We've left the electrics up there just in case at any point we need 12 volt in that area. And at this point it was getting really warm in there and I needed some energy. So my little lady got herself in the kitchen and she made me a holy.
I best get on and make him a holy, hadn't I? I've got his thermos here, so let's get cracking and make him one, eh? Because otherwise there'll be no end to his moaning. Oh, I'm tired. Let's crack on, get him a holy made, keep him happy. So, if you've been watching us for a while, you will know that Holy has been our ride or die drink for the last 15 months. We are literally kind of obsessed with it. Why are we obsessed? Well, let me tell you. Before we started drinking Holy, the pair of us had really bad habits from working in the bars over years. We were both hooked on energy drinks, literally having like 3, 4, 5 cans a night just to get through a shift. With finding Holy, that has massively changed our lifestyle. Since making the move over to Holy, we have seen massive benefits. We're not getting the jitters that we used to get from the caffeine. There's none of the crap that you'd get in your normal energy drinks, your sugars, your taurine, the caffeine that they normally use. It's all totally different in Holy. And to top it off, you are actually getting so much more water in your system. And it's not just energy drinks that Holy do. No. It's not. They do iced teas. They do hydration drinks, milkshakes. It's amazing. The range that they've got is absolutely brilliant. And this is why we've had no problems whatsoever transferring over to Holy. Because number one, we know what we're putting into our bodies when we're putting it in. Number two, if we don't fancy an energy drink, we can have a hydration drink. And that means that we're getting the electrolytes and vitamins, minerals, things like that back into our system without any of the nasties that are in the normal drinks that you'd go to and buy in the shop. If you've been with us for a while, you will know that Neil is absolutely hooked on this one here, the blood orange. He absolutely adores it. Now, this is an energy drink. For me, as I've said previous, I prefer the hydration drinks. But what's a good thing is they're constantly bringing out new flavours. And this one right here doesn't taste too different to this one here. But it's a hydration drink, not an energy drink. So, when Neil's already had one of these, there's occasions where I sneak in one of these, and because he's busy doing something, he doesn't even notice. Now, if you're anything like us, pair, and you don't always like to drink the same thing, what is really good at the moment is Holy are doing a really big offer on their website where you can save up to 20%. Yeah, that's right, 20%. But as well as that, after you've saved the 20%, you can also add our discount code on and save yourself even more savings. Does that make you a budgeting genius if you do it? I wonder. Anyway, the mix and match offer. What does it mean? You can mix either your iced teas, your energy drinks, milkshakes, even your thermos are included in the offer where you can get up to 20% off depending on how much you spend. So why not hop onto the Holy website and go and check out all the offers that they've got on at the moment. Say hello from us because we're part of the Holy squad.
And there we go, that's one Maxxair fan out. So what I'm thinking is multi-tool along there. First of all, we need to test whether the seal will go round there and not cause any problems.
Someone say they were warm and tired. I made you one of these to keep you going.
Now, that's actually quite handy. If you don't know who Holy are, check out the links in the description, but it's your best way to get water in your system, all your electrolytes, all your good stuff, without all the sugars and the crap from, you know, energy drinks.
There's no taurine in them either, you know.
Right, let's see if this fits over there.
That was meant to be.
That was meant to be, so...
You are the luckiest son of a
Gun.
van lifer.
I predicted.
What? You mean you read it, that it would fit exactly?
Well, I knew it would fit exactly, but I didn't know if it was exactly go over the cowling for the Maxxair fan.
But you did read it in the instructions.
Can you go back down your hole before I whack-a-mole you? So we're going to get the multi-tool around here and basically just go straight in and take this edge off. It doesn't have to be perfect, but yeah, we're going to attack that hole with a big multi-tool.
Exactly. Let's ask the head from below.
Would you like your hole attacking with a bit of multi-tool?
No!
Now, my genius plan of actually leaving the mounting kit for the Maxxair fan in, yes, okay, we're going to destroy the actual thing, but if we ever need to fit the Maxxair fan again, we can just buy another one of these pieces and refit it. Now, the bonus about it is that we've got a flat surface to mount the actual foam part of the air conditioning to the van. Now, another bonus is that we don't have to take this off. Obviously, we're taking it off, we've not wrapped it underneath it, we've wrapped it right to the edge. It just makes sense, and as you're going to see, sometimes Neil's stupid ideas really work out well.
Now, two of us did mention about putting a plastic bag up and taping it up so there wasn't as much mess. One of us said it'd be alright.
Is there a lot in there?
There's so much mess!
Next thing we're going to do is bring the unit up, because one thing that I haven't done is measure the distance between the solar and the edge here.
You said you'd measured?
Yeah, but I mean, worst case scenario, we just put a
few screws in it.
plastic board over that and yeah, call it a day. Right, so that is the seal that stops the unit from leaking. Now, the reason I have kept this on is because this does have sticky back, which will stick onto this solid surface, and it means that we haven't got to interrupt with any of these. If we'd have taken this off, we'd have had to make sure every single screw was sealed, but with that we don't have to. We can basically just peel that back and stick it down, which is exactly what we're going to do now. That is stuck down. Basically now the aircon goes on top.
After getting the aircon on top of the roof and putting it into the hole, not that way round, Neil, yeah, that's better, we found out that it was a little bit too tight, so we went round with the multi-tool on the inside of the cowling for the Maxxair fan and just took off a couple of mil from around the edge. And then, lo and behold, it went in, oh, like a glove. It fitted beautifully.
And she be in, and look at that. Right, we have got the unit in on top, and we've got the rack back together. So that is the unit in on top, and the rack is back together. Now, me and Rob have cut the rack because it was out here, and that looks miles better where it is, and you wouldn't even know. Get inside, and this obviously is not fixed down. This needs fixing inside the van. Before we fix it down, we've got these things. These are rubbers that go in each corner of the unit, so it's basically sitting on the whole van, just so it's got a fixing in each corner. So we'll get them on and yeah, go from there. As the unit comes through there, it's got 4 bolt holes in each corner. One there, I don't know if you can see them, and one there and one there as well. Very hard to see. You get 2 lengths of thread. Okay, so in a motorhome you probably use this one, but because we're in a van, we're going to use this one. So they will thread into your holes. So I'm going to thread them in now, and then I'll show you.
Right, so have a little look up here. We have managed, I say we, Neil and Rob have managed to get these 2 metal fixing bars in. Now originally Neil did use these shorter threads, but what he's actually had to do is he's put the longer threads in there. As you can see, they're actually coming down a little bit, but he's going to grind them off. Now the reason he's used them is because it gives us a better fixing for these to pull it all down. Now there is a black cowling making it look all nice and sharp, and they go in with some black screws of their own. You can see they actually fix into this part of the bar here, but first we've got to grind the length of these threads off on each of these to make it sit flush.
It does come with quite a lot of cable, and I said it is fused to both ends as well. So we are going to dry fit it. We're not going to put the cables away, we're just going to basically connect the cables up and then connect them to the van and see how we go. And give it a test run. So get these connected upstairs and then throw these down to the boot and connect them to the bus bars in the boot and give it some power. Right, so AirCon cables, nice big thick ones, but there's too much of them, and I'm also going to be changing this fuse for one of ours because that frankly is no good. I'm not happy with that type of fuse, so I'm not saying it's bad, but I would rather put a mega fuse on it and then know I'm all safe. So they're getting all cut down and I'm going to wire them in properly to the bus bars. So yeah, get rid of it all and tidy it all up. So I'm going to be changing it with one of those mega fuses. It's they're just a little bit better than these ones, aren't they, let's be honest. So get them changed over and then get it all in. That's all done, all back away, all sorted. So as you can see, the unit comes in a great space, that it fits on the whole roof, not a problem whatsoever there. Doesn't meet the solar, which is great, and we've got our main solar and we have a secondary panel down there, but I've not connected it yet and we haven't got an MPPT for it yet, so we can't really talk about it. It's just up there, out the way, causing no problems. But yeah, the unit is fits on the roof nice, and it is very slimline as well. As you can see, it barely comes over the Mule roof rack, which is a bonus for us because you can't really see this when you're down there. You don't know we've got aircon. And to be totally honest with you, the weight, let's talk about the weight. We have reduced a lot of weight in the back. We have taken out bigger power banks to put smaller power banks in. We've taken out all sorts of rubbish that we don't need in the van. Adding the unit on top has not made any difference at all, to be honest with you, because we have things on here that we didn't need to carry. We do need an aircon. Like, we've figured that out just by living in the van for 12 months. There are times when it's going to make our life a lot better having aircon. Also, going into Europe and going into hotter climates, you're going to need aircon, especially if you've got 4 dogs. Right, so the unit is in now. We have fixed the cowling in, as you can see, and it's looking good. You do have 4 air vents on it, like I've shown you in the past, but they are great because they're like the ones on aeroplanes. So you can basically just direct the air to where you want it, and if you don't want them on, then you just close them over like that and you can lock them off. So if you just wanted one on you, for instance, then you can do it. If you wanted all 4 pointing all the way down to the bottom of the van or onto the bed, you can do that too. So you do have this dust cover that basically sits on the side here, which, to be fair, does get quite dusty, so it will come off if you just undo these little tabs on the front right there, and there's one there and one there, and then when you've cleaned it, you can literally just pop it back in there and slip it back up just like that. Right, your system in now is on fan mode, so when there's nothing on the top there and you've just got the temperature, that is basically in fan mode, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different settings for fans. That will just bring air in from outside, no aircon whatsoever. So you can have 4 of them going, and as you probably hear, that is quite loud. The mode button up there, you've got different modes. So you've got manual mode, which is that will give you the temperature, and then you can lower the actual temperature you want coming out of the unit, or what you want to set it to, by the minus button. It will only go down to 16 degrees, which is fine. Then you have eco mode, you have nighttime mode, and you also have full-on strongman power mode, which is basically puts the unit into a full operation. It does seem to be cold enough on just manual 16 and 1 bar on the fan. To be honest, it gets really chilly. So that is pumping out now, and if I was to basically put these on,
and point them all, or just two of them. If I put two on, close the two end ones, that is now pushing air right down that end of the van, and even Emma can feel the cool from this.
All the way down here.
And we had it on for about 40 minutes the other day, and it did start to cool down the very bottom of the van. The reason we got it, now the whole reason we got it, is to cool down the bedroom area. That was the main reason we got it. We didn't want it for the whole van, we just wanted it for the bedroom area. Obviously, if you wanted to do the whole van as well, that's a bonus. For us, depends what you want. For us, this unit is perfect. It pulls off low power, it works off 12 volts, and it does what we wanted it to do, which was cool down the bedroom area. So for night time when we're going to sleep, we can have a cool area to sleep in. If it's really mega hot in the daytime, we can put all the fans on the bed, come down, get naked and starfish. It will keep us cool. That was the whole thing. We can put the dogs on the bed, we can keep them cool, we can all be on the bed, we can have a family out on the bed and all keep cool. That was the reason we got it. That was the reason we put it up at the very back. So don't forget, this unit is now on full, absolute full, and the van is pulling 33 amps. And don't forget, if you are running this unit while you're on charge, it's running for free. If you're getting good enough solar in, it's running for free. We are going to be fitting a secondary solar panel on the roof because we've got the room, which is only a 200 watt one, which I think in good conditions, perfect solar conditions, will run the aircon on full. Well, it will run the aircon on mid-range for free. We won't even touch the batteries, and then the main solar will basically top up the batteries. But we are impressed with this unit, totally impressed with it. It does what it says on the tin, and to be fair, it's nice to have aircon in the van. Now, I will leave all the links in the description below to where we got the aircon from. Go and check them out, go and have a look. We did do quite a lot of research on different aircon units, and for us, we felt that this one was the best option for us. Go and have a look at them, see what they got to offer. They do bigger models and they do small models. And don't forget, the absolute bonus of why we have fitted this was because it fitted inside a Maxxair fan vent size hole. That was the selling point for us. We didn't have to cut any more holes. We could just take the old unit out, put a new unit in, but that new unit was going to be aircon. So depends what you want, really, doesn't it? We don't need to be putting bigger holes in the van. That wasn't what we wanted to do. So right, getting gone, go and check them out in the link in the description below, and if you need aircon, you know where to go. Any questions about it, leave them in the comment section below, and we will try and answer as many questions as you've got about the aircon unit. And right, get yourself going, and whatever you do, do it well. See you soon.